Hey there, guys. In this video, I'm going to talk about Trading 212. Trading 212 is a mobile trading app where you can trade stocks online through the app, where you can buy the biggest companies in the world, in the US, in the UK, in Japan, and all over the world, in Europe, in South America. And I'm just going to go through a quick rundown on how things work, like, Sony, you've got O2 there, you've got US stocks, UK stocks, Shell, you've got US stocks, all the big companies, Coca-Cola, eBay, and their likes. Or you can actually trade in an ETF. ETF is basically, for example, Vanguard S&P 500. This is a stock which has 500 of the most biggest companies or the most profitable companies in one stock, and basically, then they'll give you like returns, dividends. Dividends is basically profit that the company makes, and they share that profit with you. Vanguard S&P 500 ETF does that. As an example, there's other ETFs as well that don't pay it, but over time, they'll give you the price will go up. Once the price goes up, just say the example, this ETF now is £53 for Vanguard S&P 500. In say 10 years time, that stock price would be, just say, £70. And if you have like £10,000 worth of stock there, that's quite a big profit. It's called snowballing. It's called compound interest. The more you invest, the more that money generates, and it has a snowball effect. If you look up my portfolio that I got now, I've had this for 3 months. I've invested £1,263.88, and my return is 28.58% return. That's £361.26. And some of the stock that I have is like Apple. I've got one share in that. I've got AT&T, which is a little small fraction. Boeing, that's a good stock to buy, because their stock before pre-pandemic COVID was $421.66. Now it's $205, so that's like half price. So when everything goes back up, the pandemic is finished, and the tourist industry goes back, then that price should shoot back up to £421.66 or higher. When the pandemic is finished, and if you invest a lot of money in there, you could double your money. And one thing about stock, it's not a quick rich scheme. With stocks, my opinion, even with people like Warren Buffett have said this, and all the great investors, buying stocks in the stock market is not a get rich scheme overnight. It's a long-term project. You should have a project where you leave money and you have a direct debit going in and investing in the right stocks, individual stocks. Or if you don't want to do individual stocks, as it's quite risky to do individual stocks, so the stock price could go down. You could buy an ETF, and put your money in there, and it will just over time compound and get bigger. That's the way you can do it, or you can just buy individual stocks, which is slightly more riskier because of the company. If the company goes down, there's only one stock as well. So as they say, you shouldn't put your eggs in one basket. But yeah, this is some of my stocks that I got. With Apple, ExxonMobil, that's gone up. I've bought it at a certain price. How much? I've got one share, £34.66, and now it's gone up slightly. So I've gained £6 on that. Tesla, this is the big one. Tesla's price fluctuating. I've made, since the start, let me just show you that. Since the start of this, Tesla's price has gone up 4,263.9%. That is ridiculous. That's £827.97 increase. And I've made 300 and I've got basically 1.177 shares on over Tesla. I've made so far £327.72 on that. That's 81.72% return, which is fantastic. Where most of the profit I've made since that 3 months has been with Tesla, so that's why I've got a good return on that. Yeah, I've got Uber as well. I've made £4 so far, but yeah, none of these stocks I'm planning to sell in the future anyway. I'm here for the long term with this investing. Let it just compound. I'll keep investing, have a direct debit, and keep investing every week. I put £20-30 in certain stocks, and I just let it compound. And after about 10 years, I'm hoping to just say over that 10-year period, I've invested 20 grand. I'm hoping to get a good return on that. Maybe 50% return, maybe. Oh, that's probably a bit too optimistic, but at least like a 10% return, which is really good, and that will be fine. And then I've got this pie thing where you can do with the way where you can set up a direct debit with this. Just choose a company from the library. Say most popular, Apple, for example. You can put it in there. Or you can do ETF, any of those. Let me just cancel this exit without saving. I've already got Apple there. But yeah, this is how you do it. Let me just put a company I don't have. So just say I want something which is pays dividends. So I'll look for something which has a dividend in it. One. This is sometimes it's good to look for companies which are small but have potential. And this is one. Is a company you can even get information about a company. This is a company which is like an internet telecoms communication service. They're in like Pakistan, Russia, Italy, Bangladesh, countries like that. Pre-pandemic they were $2.65. Now they're $1.81. So that's it's at a discount. So when the pandemic finishes, that'll shoot up. So let me just add that to the pie. Let me go there now, and then press next. Auto invest. But say I can have the years, how many years I want to invest in. Just say I want to invest for 1 year. I don't invest £1,000. I don't have that kind of money. Say I want to invest. You could actually. Just say I want to invest £1 over 1 year. Initial deposit, I put £1 in. I press next, and I put the name in of whatever, and that's my pie. And I'll end up funding it there. So anyway, that's just an example I put in. I don't really want to fund that one now, but that's an example of the pie that I've done before. I got Apple there. I've invested £25 and 1 pence. I've gained one pence dividend. That's an example there. I reckon everybody should invest their money instead of investing it in the banks. Every little penny that you get from your job, whether it's £10 you put in every week or £20, find a stock that you like and buy a stock that you know about the business. You don't want to be buying anything you don't know about. Just say iShares clean energy. I don't know anything about clean energy. I ain't gonna go and buy that because I don't know anything about the business. So you have to buy something. I would suggest buying something which you know about. So for me, I know about tech, so I'll end up buying Sony. I know how Sony works. They do TVs, etc. So I'll end up buying something like this. Try and look for something that you know about. And then invest that money. Try and do some research before you buy the stock, and then invest that money. You could do a little lump sum, say £1,000, and then then put a direct debit on that, maybe £10 a week, £10 a month, and just buy a few stocks. Buy like about 10 stocks, 10 different stocks, 10 different companies, and each one invest like £10 and let that money grow. And leave it. Don't ever touch it. And have an emergency fund so you don't actually touch that money. If you don't want to be just one day you need the money now, buy something, an emergency situations just happen, and you end up going back to your trading app or trading platform, and then withdrawing that, and then you might be making a loss at that time. So you withdraw that at a loss, so you've lost money. So you don't want to be in that. You don't want to be touching that. So have some money set aside for emergencies, so you don't end up touching the money that you invested in the stocks. So you have a vision, have a long-term plan where you have like a 5-year plan, 10-year plan, where you just invest in, say, 10 stocks and let that money grow. And eventually, the stock market, like they say, the stock market, yeah, it might be ups and downs. Sometimes it might go down, but over the long haul, usually prices go up, and that's how you make the profit. And if you're not too sure what to invest in, the best thing to then I'll say is to buy in ETF, like I said before, Vanguard 500, which has 500 of the most prominent companies in America. You got the FTSE 100, which is the British version, which is 100 of the best companies in the UK. It's property market ETFs and stuff like that. So yeah, have a think about it, guys. Have a good think about it and see if you want to invest. And I'll leave my promotional code in there. You can use my promotional code where you get a free stock, and I'll also get a free stock as well. The free stock worth £100.